It's Brandy from Hella Friends podcast, where we keep it real, raw, and rooted in love.
And I am Kayla, and we are here today to talk about music, which I absolutely adore. I'm someone who I've always viewed music as like a form of medicine for me. So I'm very excited to be here and get to talk about it. And we have Kristen with us again. So welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so how we're gonna open is we're gonna talk about like the power of song, because oftentimes music will push you past a certain point or kind of help you heal through certain things. So what type of song do you guys use to try to like help in your healing journey?
A song that is going to make me feel seen in whatever I'm going through. So I am really bad with my anxiety when I'm going through things where I think I'm the only person that, feels these things. I'm the only person that thinks these things. I get very isolated when I go into when I'm going through things. I try to isolate a lot. So I try to find and listen to music that is lyrically going to resonate with me, make me feel seen so that I can really sit in what I'm going through and eventually move past it.
What about you, Chris?
Well, I'm actually a musician and songwriter. Um, and so a lot of times the things that I feel end up going on paper.
Mm-hmm.
And because of my background in music, I will create a beat for it. And so, I'll be driving somewhere and have to turn on my voice record on my phone, and I'll have it all in my head, like I already see the video.
Oh, so you create your own.
I create my own, but if I'm listening to other songs, I'm all over the place, because sometimes it's better for me to feel my feelings instead of having something, just say, it's okay. Life is beautiful. Everything's going to be good, because I like listening or a DMX, I have a
I mean, my
eclectic
playlist
taste.
is bipolar as well, as my son will tell you, because so I come from a family of elite musicians. So like I have family in the music industry. And in having people in the music industry, a lot of times you're exposed to all kinds of different types of music, which is why, like, my son will tell, he's like, it doesn't matter what it is, she's gonna listen to it. And he's the same way, which I'm very thankful for that with him, because that's the path he went down. He's a musician. But mine is, especially if I'm trying to heal, it is not necessarily songs that people are aware of. It's usually really obscure things or really, really old music that people probably have lost sight of. And I kind of like that part, because there's messages in some of those songs that have been lost throughout the decades. And I'll find one and it'll just kind of stick with me. So that's usually how mine is. Now, if it's anxiety or something like that, or like the past couple of days I've been like mad, it's straight up West Coast gangster rap all day, every day, and 90s at that. Like you, if you see a little Mini Cooper driving and I'm just in there like, and it's hard, keep on pushing.
Mind your business.
Yeah, mind your business. Just mind your business. But yeah, that's usually how I tend to go. What is a song that when you're absolutely going through it, you can listen to, and it'll kind of help move you forward?
Wow. Wow.
You ain't got one?
I have a lot of them.
You can give more than one.
Yeah. What you got? Tell me what you got. Tell me what you got.
Well, okay, so right now, the right now would be I cannot say this young guy's name. It's Kevin Olusala. He was the beatboxer in the group Pentatonics.
Pentatonics?
Yes.
He is from Arlington, Texas.
Is he?
Graduated
I
from
didn't
Sam
realize.
Houston High School.
I didn't know that. Well, I absolutely love his song
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah
Yep.
and Not Like Us.
Uh-huh.
And the rest of the album is pretty amazing too. And hearing all the different elements, come together, that really does it for me. But I have to think a minute for the other songs.
Yeah, I really like his album too. We got into Pentatonics when it was, what was that show they were on?
The singing contest show.
Yes, it escapes
Pitch
me.
Perfect.
It
No.
wasn't Pitch Perfect. There was actually a national show for a cappella groups.
It's kind of like So You Think You Can Dance,
Yeah.
but for
okay.
And
singers.
Pentatonics won. And I remember watching this with my then 7th grader, Joshua. And he was so excited because 3 of them had gone to Sam Houston High School, which is where my sister also went and my son was going. And so it was one of those things. It was Sam Houston alumni. And so we were trying to be as supportive as possible. And so to watch these kids just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then Kevin, I believe, he's either a violinist or a celloist. And my son played the cello. So we're like huge fans of Pentatonics.
Now, wasn't he a later addition, or was he there from the beginning?
He was there from the beginning.
It was the bass singer that
bass
changed.
Singer. Yeah.
Okay.
So I totally know what you're talking about. Kayla, do you have a healing song?
So I have a song and then I have an album that comes to mind. So the song that comes to mind for me is Stand in the Rain by Super Chick. The reason I think of that song immediately, me and my sister, who I'm very, very close to, that was kind of our song that we would use as like a reach out to each other.
Aw.
So when everything was really like fucked up and we were like going through it, even if we weren't like living in the same area at that time or whatever, like that was the song we would use. And I would send it to her, she would send it to me, and that was kind of that like SOS, like I need you right now, I'm going fucking through it. I think the song has a really good message with its lyrics, and it's something that has always just hit home when I'm kind of like at my bottom. And then the album I think of is by a band called I Prevail. The album is called Trauma. That album was out and kind of in its prime and glory when I lost my Nana and Papa. And that was probably one of the hardest things for me. I'd lost a lot of friends and stuff already throughout life, but my Nana and my Papa, they were my people, and so it was just really hard for me to get through. And there's a lot of songs on there that just really helped me through my grief and helped me through that process. Especially, I added it to the playlist, but one called Let Me Be Sad. And I just think that the message is really powerful, because I think that I'm someone similar to you who I just won't let myself be upset. I just will be like, okay, this is going on, so I need to get 5 steps ahead of this. I'm always looking at the next thing, or how to fix it, or how to move. And I don't always take the time to sit and allow myself to mentally and physically process some of that. And so I just felt like that album was something that really helped me do that in a time that it would have been much easier to say, I'm not going to sit in this right now.
Yeah.
You know? What's yours?
So life got real complicated for me in 1993. And I was a huge grunge kid because that was pretty much my life at that point. Like the whole Doc Martens and the flannel thing, and the, and the gangster rap, and like all that was me. That was who I was. And then it didn't help that my brother-in-law's band had blown up at that point too, and he's in a punk ska band. And so I was like 100% about that life. Um so mine was, and it still is to this day, when I hear this song, it kind of like helps me along. It is What's Up by the Four Non Blondes. And I sing that so incredibly loud. But that one kind of helps me be in touch with however it is I'm feeling. Because when the song came out, my dad had just died, and I had a really hard time like processing my Superman passing away. And me and one of my friends that I had known for a very long time went to the park, because that was back when you would go to the park. And I sat in the swing and I sung this song at the top of my lungs. And I pretty much screamed it. And it kind of helped release all the sadness and the mad that I had going on at that time.
There is something so healing about just singing it with your whole fucking
Yeah,
chest.
with your whole chest.
I sound like shit. I'm not good. But
Yeah.
there's something like such a relief when you're just like, get this out. Like, I've got to get it out.
And I feel like that, like the whole message of the song is you have no idea what's going on in your life, but you can just sit there and be like, okay, this is fucked up. I don't know which way to go, left or right, but we're just gonna keep on pushing through. And so that is like my song when stuff gets a little bit too loud and too much for me. And as silly as it sounds, music is so incredibly healing, and people don't really get that. Like, I've met people that don't listen to music, and I'm like, do you need medication?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Like, do we need to call someone?
Yeah.
You don't listen to music, huh? So in just me knowing that part about just myself and everybody I surround myself with, when I meet people that don't listen to music, I immediately start like moonwalking away from them.
I don't think I've ever met anyone who doesn't listen to
They're
music.
strange people.
I don't think I've ever
There are
met
people
someone.
that automatically put it, it's like just background
Yeah.
for them. They don't really pay attention to it. They don't feel it. And now that I've thought about it, System of the Down, Toxicity.
Yep.
Oh, my son loves that
Yep.
song.
That will be my
Yeah.
release song.
Yeah.
Yep. There is, so for me, when I was going through some of the hardest parts of my life is when I was in high school and I was in band and jazz band and all the things. And my band director, he was somebody that just, even though I haven't talked to him in a very long time, like, he will always hold a special place for me. And I think that he kind of opened up a door to music with me in a way that was like, I lived in a place where I had to hide what we were kind of going through. We had like a public image and a reputation, all these things, small town life, you know? And so it was really nice to have music, because a lot of the things that I wanted to say, I couldn't, or I didn't know how, or I couldn't, like, I just didn't have an outlet. So it was something to me that like music would give me that moment, whether I was in my car, whether I was in my bedroom with my door just shut and it blasting as loud as possible, whatever it was that I was doing, I just knew I could always turn to music. It was always something that felt safe and allowed me to really just be whoever I was. Like, you can find something to fit any vibe, any mood, anything you have happening. Like, there's music out there to like fit with it. And I love that.
I had a No Doubt song, I'm Just a Girl. And I would sing that over and over and play it every time me and my mom got into an argument. And
I bet she hates that
and
song now.
oh, she really doesn't mind, because she didn't realize what she was saying until, I've
Later.
already been in the Navy. I come
Yeah.
back,
Mm-hmm.
2 relationships go by, and for some reason I was reading the lyrics to her, and she said, "Oh, is that what she was saying? Oh, I didn't know that's how you felt." I was like, "That's why I sang it to you so much, Mama."
Yeah.
You know, that was also a good song for me.
My parents would communicate a lot through music
Hmm.
growing up, and so there was constantly music in the house,
Oh
and
yeah.
like it wasn't until I was older that I realized that these were like love letters and messages to my parents back and forth. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. So now that I'm older and I realize that, I don't use music in that kind of way to express who I am, because I'm a writer. I'll just write that shit down myself.
Mm.
But I learned that that's a tool that a lot of people use to express themselves. My son is the same way. He will send certain songs to me
Yep.
because that is how he feels at that moment. And in knowing that, I have to like stop and sit and listen to
Really
every
analyze the
lyric
song. Yeah.
so I can understand what he's trying to say to me. At one point, um, I think it's 21 Pilots. He sent a song. It's called House of Gold.
Mhm.
And I had to listen to it about 6 times for me to understand what it was he was trying to say to me. And it's essentially a song about a kid who grew up with a parent, and the parent was treated so bad, like the mom is treated so badly. He's saying, when I grow up, I'm going to give you all of the stuff that I feel like you deserve. And I think Josh was maybe about 16 or 17 at the time. And it kind of hurt me because I was like, oh God, this is how you see like you see your mother as this queen who just keeps getting like treated so very poorly. And so now your aspiration is, I'm going to build my mom a house of gold. I'm going to do like all these things because this is the facade that people keep trying to give you, but I'm going to do it for real. And even he still sends me songs about certain things, and I love that part about our relationship because it's easy for me to like talk. Um, so when I get the songs, it's like, this is your love language.
It's how we
Yeah,
communicate.
and I accept every part of this of you. So thank you for sending me this. Thank you for sharing this with me.
Mm.
And I think most people need to realize when someone sends you a song, that's honestly like their love language.
A lot of people don't realize that.
I know, and
Yeah.
that's hurtful to me because it really is. We used to make mixtapes. I remember sitting up till 2 o'clock in the
Well, I
morning.
mean, even the people that made mixtapes then, some of them still
That's sad.
don't listen
Because
to the
I would
lyrics.
pour my heart out in a mixtape. Girl, you just
Like
don't know.
the new Will Smith album. Um, wow,
I haven't heard it.
I haven't either.
wow. He has a song of, what's it called? Tears. Either way it goes, he's talking about his life. I mean, the whole album is him talking about his life and,
Oh, wow.
saying, hey, I messed up. I had some, I fell. I lived with the shame, and now I'm back up, and nobody can stop that. And so he's documenting all of these things. And then on top of that, the production was amazing.
Hmm.
And so I've reached out to all these people. I'm like, oh my God, you've got to listen to this Will Smith album. And they're like, and I know these are my people. They love me because they're like, that's nice.
Oh, wow. Oh.
But
That's nice,
sometimes I
dear.
think they have to listen to it when it's gonna fit them, you
Yeah.
know? But I do think people miss the lyrics so many times.
Absolutely.
So there's a song that it's out as a single right now, but it's gonna be on the new Jesse Murph album called Gucci Man. And everyone talks shit on TikTok about this song. And I'm like, if you actually listen to the lyrics of the song. The amount of times I have screamed that song with my whole fucking chest. Like, some of those verses truly, like, her lyrics are so good, and it's talking about the abuse that she had went through, and like how, you know, you wake up at 4 in the morning, you have the sweats, like you're always thinking that someone's there, but it's only just the wind. Like, all the shit you've got to deal with as you're trying to heal from like shit in life.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone like trashes the song because it like is just some like peppy, like fun pop-ish song, but like the lyrics of it is so
they're not
deep
listening
and it's
to it.
so good. And people are just missing it entirely. And I'm like, I sent that song actually to my mom.
Oh, wow.
Because there's a whole part of it. I know my mom had like a pretty traumatic childhood growing up. And then, you know, I think a lot of people have caught on to a lot of my story as well. There's a whole section of it just being about like the dad and like wanting to like throw him under the bus, but like you're trying to like take one out of the chamber because like you're trying to be better and like you're trying to whatever. And I sent it to my mom. She was like, "This is such a good song," and I'm like, "I know."
I was
Thank
going
you
to
for
tell you though,
listening.
it might be because it's Will Smith.
I mean, it's probable. I mean,
No,
people,
very probable.
Yeah.
people have slept on him rapping for years. You know, it's like, oh, this is cute. It's a little theme song
Yeah.
type of thing. But he is actually a very talented artist, and I've liked all of his albums. I mean, it may not be the first thing I pick when I open my music app, but when I do go to it, you know, I'm just like, wow. Like, he has a song called Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, I've heard that song. Yeah.
I absolutely love that song
Yeah.
because that embodies me. The second verse, maybe not as much, but the first verse, you know, it's people just taking nice and just saying, oh, that's soft,
Mhm.
so that means you can't go off.
Yeah.
And that happens with me a lot of times. You know, people are like, oh, you're just so sweet, you know. It's like, but I will cut
You
you.
got to show him that side.
But it's just
Okay,
one of those things
Brandy,
where
calm your Leo.
I'm just saying.
yeah, it's like
Gotta
listen
show
to the
'em.
Cancer in me. Okay.
No,
Uh,
let it go.
Yeah.
Let,
listen
let
to the
that
Cancer.
let that shit go.
I can't. Like, literally. But I mean, I worked hard to
Yeah.
have the calm that I have now, you know. And so I really don't
Yep.
like just
Brandy have no chill.
none.
No, but
None.
I feel that because people who know me from back home and don't really know me anymore, like they probably think that I am still this hot-headed,
Yeah.
high-tempered, like gave no shits. You want to fight? I might lose. You might be 20 times my size. I don't give a shit. I'll fight a grown man. Like, I ain't
don't give
even
a
about
shit.
it.
I know.
I am not that person anymore. I've put in a lot. She's still in there. She's still in there.
Right.
I just have shown her a lot of grace and love and sat through a lot. I'm not like that as much anymore. I've worked really hard for my peace. I've worked really
Mhm.
hard for my calm. And I don't want to be around people that like pull that back out of me.
Yeah.
If you're pulling that out, like, no.
'Cause
I
that
worked hard as hell for this.
Yeah, that induces anxiety because
Yep.
now you're like, okay, they're testing me. They are literally testing me
Yep.
to see if I can do it. So then I turn on Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh no, I make a believer out of people.
I'm not therapized. I'm therapizing.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm not there.
I'm
not there yet.
I am at the journey of life to where I don't give a fuck.
Mm.
You're a Leo too. I think that plays a big part of it as well because you do just have all that fire. Whereas I think Cancers fight really hard to connect to the water. Like we try really hard to connect to like we can be vicious like the ocean. You got no clue how deep we are, but we try to just.
No, I'm gonna burn it down.
We know.
We
know.
It's burning it down.
It's really more about just because there's so much passion for both signs.
Mhm.
You know, but we take more of typically Not saying that you don't, but the empathetic
I'm
road
No,
first, and then
yeah.
and cause see,
yeah,
I've only known you
yeah,
from events, so I try really hard to use introspective and think about things before I say things, because I studied Buddhism, and I'm like, okay, I understand that my tongue. My words are like 1,000 swords.
yeah.
I'm just trying to do all of this. And then I moved to Dallas.
All bets is off in Dallas.
Gosh.
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
can't live here
wow.
and not to
Um,
some degree be like,
hence why I live in the suburbs.
I was like, I said thank you. Why
Yeah.
are we fighting?
So
It's crazy.
I am very I'm a deep empath, and I'm very loyal and I'm very giving.
Yes.
However, once you cross a certain threshold with me, there is demon mode that is activated.
Well, I think that's true for us too.
Yeah.
that's everybody, but
Yeah.
you're just fiery.
Y-
So
You
what
just
is
get it
your-
started right off
You
the
just jumped there and we're like, wait, hold on, we gotta catch
No,
up.
I'm not trying to
like,
jump.
Wait,
I'm like,
wait.
no,
Hold
I'm
on,
not.
wait, just
That's not what they meant.
Hold on, I need a hype song first.
No, I'm like, I'm just like, we're gonna see about that later. Let's go.
So what is your like burn it down song? You're just like pissed, I want to burn it down, I'm gonna go all in.
It's gotta be an NWA song. I just know it is. It's gotta be one. It probably is Boys in the Hood though.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a choice.
Wow.
Like it's 0 to 1,000. It's like there's no in between.
Boys in the Hood.
It is always hard. Yeah, like you.
She's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't know.
Like, it's like I do a little.
Yeah, no, it's 0 to 1,000. Like it'll go. If we're gonna set it off, we ain't thinking about it. It is just like I'm ready. Like I am not the friend you call and say such and such happened.
Oh no,
Bet.
no.
Like, cause I'm going to jail. Like,
No, none of us are going to jail.
no, I'm going.
We're not going.
So
we're not
don't call
going.
me because
I mean, like we do things neat here.
no, we don't.
They're not gonna find the body.
No, we
you know?
we messy.
We're not going to jail. That's
we-
how much I care for you.
No, we messy. We messy. we messy.
Mine would be DMX. If you want it, we got it. Come and get
Oh,
it.
for
We read it.
real?
We riding. Man,
Yeah.
you can't tell me I'm not DMX when that song come on. Like,
Girl.
just,
Hey, yo, Chris. Like, yeah, like,
can I
yeah.
get water?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You can't tell me I'm not. I'm hype right now. I'm just like, yeah.
So I'm a whole different vibe. I'm a vibe that I think when people look at me, they don't ever expect this vibe. And then you get in my car and you're like, what is happening in
What
here?
is it?
If I'm going to go with like a burn it down song, like I'm putting this on because I'm about to go like F the world. Everything's going to shit.
Mhm.
It is called Bow Down by I Prevail Again. I really like them. I'm upset right now. They did just get rid of one of their vocalists, and I don't know how I feel about it. But their prior albums, amazing. So Bow Down, the whole song is basically just about people that like fucking counted you out. Like, yeah, but look where I am now. So like, I took what the hell you said. I went even further than you thought I could. So get on your knees and bow down. Like,
Yeah,
I am
I've heard
fucking
that
better
song.
than that shit.
I haven't heard
And like, oh, it's very, listen, that suggestion is a very metalcore, hardcore rock song. If you are not that vibe, please don't think that it's going to be a vibe for you.
And when you
But-
hear it coming from your 17-year-old's bedroom, that is like a whole issue.
No, it's not.
It is. Because if you're in your room trying to meditate and all you hear is like that, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Nah, I'm going to be walking into Ryder's room. Boom, 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 boom. Turn it up.
Oh my gosh.
Turn it
Like,
up.
I'm in there trying to
I'm
listen
trying
to
to
the
clean.
OJs and have a glass of wine. I'm just like, dude.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
rock with
So,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I go
Rock
a
with it.
whole, when I want to burn it down, I need something. I I always see all these TikToks and it's like probably needed a hug. Instead, I pay grown men to scream at me.
Pretty
Like
much.
that's my life.
Wow.
I like want to go to a concert. I want to see grown men yell at
Yeah,
me.
I'm
I want to yell with them. It's going to make me feel so much better.
Are you guys familiar with the band? Is it Rammstein? Ram from Germany?
maybe.
No.
They are huge. Like it takes 7 days to set up their stage. Like they're
Wow.
ridiculous. I think they're number 6 in the most people gathered for their concerts.
Mm.
Wow.
But that's what that put me in the mind of. Just I pay people to yell at me, and that is 100% what they do. It's very politically geared. I have to translate everything that they say, but it's just like I don't know if I could bear being in this concert because this feels personal.
That's why, and see, when people ask me if I go to my son's shows, I'm like, no, my anxiety is not set up like that. And if one of these children, I'm a 90s person, if one of these children come at me swinging,
no, mosh pits only be happening up in the front. Chill in the
ma'am,
back.
I grew up in a mosh pit. I'm going to hit one of them children.
Chill in the back and you ain't going to be part of the mosh pit in the first place.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
No, it is fun back there. I'd be back there having a good ass time.
I'm used to like so
I'd be back there vibing, dancing around, taking up a lot of space, feeling
When-
myself.
so when I was like 16 and 17, my brother-in-law's band was huge. And so I would go to a lot of his shows. And I'm like 16. I ain't supposed to be in some of these clubs I'm in, but I'm in there. And so I'm very accustomed to moshing. I'm very accustomed to stage diving. That was my life growing up. I am old now. If one of you, I swear before the Lord
You
and
got
your
to.
Savior, do not hit me, because it's on and popping. So and I'm not one to like this whole screamo metal. Like I get it, I understand it, and I'll go. But once you like swing at me, Boys in the Hood is coming on in my head. And I'm seeing flashbacks of American History X. Like it's on and popping. Do not like
I cannot
Yeah.
with you, Brent.
yeah.
If
So
you
when-
as the viewer have never seen that, I suggest you watch. That way you understand the reference because that was a deep one.
Yeah.
That-
So
that was a deep
so when people, I'm like, I am not set up to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I have so much anxiety that when I go to concerts, I don't want to be in the crowd. I can't.
No,
if
I'm
I
like-
have people touching me, I am going to get very overstimulated
like-
very quickly. For one, now with my hip issues, I try to find concerts where I can get a seat and
Oh,
be
yeah,
able
no,
to have a seat.
I'm music
However-
festival still.
However, even at the music fest, because my husband's really big into EDM and all of that, so we go to a lot of music festivals, different types of concerts, things. I'm in the back.
No.
I'm not getting touched. I'm not. If you come up and try to be pushing or moving, like, no, because all it does is you hit me the right way in the wrong moment, and I'm gonna get so bitchy, and like it's just not the vibe.
Yeah,
I'm here for a good time.
I realized, I think when I turned 40, that one, if I'm not close, I have to have a seat. But if I'm not close, then this is something I could have caught on an HBO special. Two, and this is the biggest one. What is the restroom situation like? I just recently went to a festival.
Was that the one I was? Yeah.
Girl, I left.
So
Okay,
we were
they
at
gave
the
me-
same
they-
festival.
Oh, I
They-
can't
they
do the
gave me-
festivals with porta potties. and
They
you
gave
can't-
me
nope,
the break I
mm-mm.
needed. The Lord heard me and said, "Let it rain. Give her a reason to go home." I went home, and Buster Rhymes is my baby daddy. Okay, I went home because I could not
like,
with the
"No."
porta potty.
So
Couldn't.
No, I just hold it. It's insane. It's
Well,
so bad for
I
me. I'm
can't.
like, I can't.
I
I'll
just
go
can't.
to the show, but I am not
the
using
bad
that porta
part
potty.
was we were at the same
I will
festival.
squat by the car.
We were
before
at
I
the
do
same
that.
festival, and I said, "Where are you?" She's like, "I'm in VIP," and I saw what the VIP tickets had to hold. I'm like, "That ain't fucking VIP. I know VIP. That's some bullshit." And so once there was a storm that came, and it wasn't a bad storm.
It was horrible.
It was not. And
was
so
bad.
Chris left. And she goes, "Where are you?" I was like, "We're sitting under the bridge." And she's like, "Oh no, I'm back home." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And so the storm passes and I go back to where we were sitting and stuff. Now, granted, I had lawn seats. They had VIP. Damn near the same shit.
We were we were under a tent. We were under a tent. I don't do heat. I don't do
I
hot.
don't either.
When I almost didn't come because they said it was supposed to be 90 today. Like I don't do heat. I don't know why I'm in this state.
Me
It's so
neither.
hot.
Yep.
You know the
But
devil lives here during the summer, right? Is that
clearly,
yes? Yeah, I'm
clearly,
just saying.
That's why I can't
I just
leave, but I don't want to be here because the heat is way too
I
much
mean,
for
the
me.
moment my wife says we can leave,
Oh, you was out.
I'm done because I don't do heat. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to go outside. I don't want a
It
festival. I don't want
wasn't
to
even
party
that
in.
hot that day.
I was dying.
Oh my god.
Me and my big girl attributes did not handle it well. So that's all I'm going to say on that.
Well,
But
I will let you know. Buster Rhymes didn't even come.
I'm low key happy.
Yeah. Lil Jon came.
I heard you said he was good.
He was really good. However, he was the last one to perform. And after about 12:30, we hitting on bedtime. So we skedaddled.
It went all the way to 12. Girl, I would have been good.
Yeah.
I would just
Because
would have.
I wouldn't have been there
like-
anyways. I
and-
couldn't have done it.
And you
Mm-mm.
didn't miss much because Timbaland wasn't all that good.
I saw him at the Missy concert.
It was okay. At least he was there with Missy. He was there with nobody. So when JT songs came on, he pretty much was standing there. It was a video playing, and then it was not good.
Tell me what
That's all it was. Yeah,
And he looks like his back hurts so bad.
he do,
He
and
looks, he does.
part of me wanted to be like, bruh, just go take some Advil. It's okay. We ain't even missing much.
Get yourself a gabapentin, sir.
Yes. So it was not that great. So you didn't miss very much. Soldier Boy was good. Yeah, he did. He did the you.
Crank that.
Yeah, he did the you. Yeah. So and everybody's baby mama got up because that's all we know is
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man.
So you didn't miss much.
Well, that makes me feel better.
But I feel sorry because you paid for them VIP tickets.
It wasn't that bad.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I caught them on sale. It probably was more than what I should have bought. But
Yeah.
but I can't tell you the best this ever concert in the world was Missy Elliott. I don't care what anybody says. It was absolutely amazing.
Really?
Oh my God. Her stage was glorious.
I mean,
Busta Rhymes, Timbaland, Sierra, Missy. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but it was so good.
I go to concerts very often because, again, I love music. And a few years back, my husband, I love Willie Nelson.
Mhm.
Most people don't realize I
Vibes.
love Willie Nelson. Like my dad I love Willie Nelson. I love Patsy Cline. Like I love Willie. That could be my dude. Like my husband decided one year to take me to see Willie because I really wanted to see Willie Nelson because I like Willie getting old.
Yeah, it's like, is he still performing?
He's like,
Yeah.
yes. He'll be here.
He gonna
he'll
be
here
performing the
in
rest
the 4th
of
of
that man's
July.
life. He be loving it.
He'll be here the 4th of July
He's up there high as fuck, living his
with his
best
sons.
life.
With his sons. And so we went, I have never been that happy to be at a concert until I went to see Willie Nelson. And I have seen everybody.
Mhm.
Like literally. I saw Willie Nelson. I turned into like one of them kids that saw Michael Jackson. I'm like, oh, Willie. Yeah, it was that bad.
Oh my.
And Willie is old. He sit in a chair and perform now.
Oh, pulling the BB King.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had no qualms though. I was like, that was the highlight of my life. Was like, and I've seen lots of people. I've seen like Michael Jackson live. I've seen Janet Jackson. I was
Janet.
like, Willie, hands down.
Well, when Missy walked by our section doing her thing, if my outfit hadn't been as cute, because we had custom made T-shirts, I would have took off my bra. And threw it on her,
Okay.
Like,
You would have had a moment.
yeah, I probably would have been escorted out.
Yeah, you would have had a
It's
whole
like-
moment.
Acted all the way out.
Oh my gosh! Between her and Busta Rhymes, I was just done. I was like, I love Sierra. She's great at what she does. but I was not there for her.
I
I was like,
I mean, so I'm a huge Janet Jackson fan.
oh, me too.
Oh, okay. So because growing up, Janet had all the moves, and you sit there and you watch the video until you get them moves down packed, and you be at the stop like trying to do the moves.
Rhythm Nation.
Yes, with your baseball cap on, and like you be
Yes.
trying to hit it. And so I want to say it was 2015 when she came back on tour, and then she announced she was pregnant.
20.
I think it was 2015 because she had a single that dropped. And so Janet said, I'm doing this whole worldwide tour. And I was like, yes, yes. And my husband bought those tickets for me, and they were real super duper expensive.
Mm.
And then this bitch talking about she pregnant, she gonna postpone the tour. And so we held on to these tickets because he was like, what do you want me to do? I was like, just hold them. We held on. It was a year and a half. And I was at work, and he said, the concert's tonight. And I'm like, what concert are you talking about? And he's like, Janet Jackson. And I was like, oh shit. And so I had to scramble to like find somebody to go with me. And we literally were in front of the stage. Like my husband paid for like this whole package. And when I got home, I had bought all kinds of stuff. I had t-shirt, I had the program, I had all the things.
Man.
And I went to work the next day with my little t-shirt on, and I'm just so happy. And he was like, did you have a good time? And I was like, yeah, I had the best time of my life. I ain't never going to forget this. I saw Janet Jackson, like, up front.
So I'm a baby child, and I've listened to, obviously, plenty of decades of different music. Like, I know who Janet Jackson is. But when I hear Janet Jackson, my brain goes, Super Bowl halftime performance. Isn't she
Oh
the
my
one?
God.
Like, my brain just immediately goes there.
Even then, and so.
You're like, and?
Amazing. There was
That
nothing
part.
but
Wait.
rewinds and
Well,
pausing
okay,
for everybody I knew.
Let's pause. Let's also backtrack a moment. Again, I'm baby child. When that happened, I was still living with my parents, and my dad didn't like anything that was not the hunting or fishing channel. So like the fact that that was on at all was a thing. And then the fact that we were watching like
Pop music.
Famous people perform something, like we only listen to, like you said, you grew up with all kinds of music in your background, and I don't know if I cling so much to music because I just was deprived of it for so long, but we really only listened to like 90s country and gospel. That was it when we were growing up. I lived in a very, very small town. My mom was like the leader of the praise team at our little Nazarene church. And my dad liked like 90s country, and like that's what we were allowed to. And anything else that came on, like everything else was like not allowed. So yeah, when I think Janet Jackson, my brain goes to that because I just remember my family being like, oh my God, we didn't get to rewind. I would have loved to get into rewind to see it again.
Girl.
I rewound so much.
I didn't get to have any of that. My family was like, this is the devil.
No, like that.
Off.
Like that was that. The bad part was like the performance from the Super Bowl was like so amazing, and then that one incident happened, and then
that's all
everybody talks about. And I was like, screw Justin Timberlake, I'm going back to the beginning because it was that good.
And you could tell he felt so bad. He felt so bad. He just had this look of horror on his face. Just
yeah,
like this is a career changer.
He's like, my fucking bad, bro.
So I had so much music in my life constantly that I want to say my first concert I went to, I really think I was 11. My older sister took me to a music festival, and the only reason why she took me is because little Brandy was in love with New Edition. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, all of them. I love New Edition because they were like the new Jackson 5. I wanted to go to this festival so incredibly badly. And this was like, there was all kinds of groups that played. It was like Guy and Karen White and Atlantic. It was a huge music festival. I'm 11. My big sister was like, I'm going to take you to see New Edition. What? It's like noon.
You the best sister ever.
Yes, it was that amazing for me. And I felt so bad because like I got to see New Edition. All my little friends, they like, why weren't you in school yesterday? I didn't get home till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Girl. That's what
Yeah,
I
my
said when I
parents
went to the
would
Crisscross
never.
concert.
Yeah.
I was in middle school, and at the time I was definitely falling into my like rock and emo phase. And My Chemical Romance was coming through Dallas, and I wanted to go so bad. My best friend at the time, her dad had gotten her tickets for her and a friend to go to the show um, with her uncle because he lived up here. And she invited me to go. I asked my parents, and my mom and dad were just like, no, not a chance. Not a chance. Are you going to Dallas, staying overnight at your friend's uncle's house?
Mm.
My mom, I don't know if you want me to share this on my bad rep, but she was molested growing up. So, like, she was very, very strict about where we stayed the night and, like, where
Yeah.
we
That's
were
fair.
going to be, which, like, fair and rightfully so. You should be. But I didn't get to go. Like my parents wouldn't let me, and she took one of our friends instead, and I was devastated when they came back through because they broke up after that before I got to see them again.
Aw.
They came back together and did a tour just like 2 years ago after not playing together for like a decade. And you best believe I spent way too much money on those tickets. I was like, I don't give a shit. I will be there. I will see them. Teenage Kayla needs this on the inside.
Well,
I mean, I've done that. I've spent entirely too much money on
Missy
tickets
was
before.
a lot for me.
Yeah.
But I grew up, just like you. My dad played saxophone with what's his name? James Brown, and so and my family they had a band in Nashville. My dad was like one of the first recognized black saxophonists
Oh
in
wow.
Oh, that's
Arlington here. Yeah,
amazing.
because I spent the first years of life in Dallas, and and so I was always at
Yeah,
some
so
venue
show,
I
yeah.
should not have been at,
Yep.
and it was always me and my little brother sitting up front with our shirts over our heads, sleep, because we didn't want to be there and we couldn't do anything. And so it really started getting real when I got to see bands that, I heard on the radio. Like, of course, my
Mm-hmm.
parents played stuff that I liked,
Mhm.
Mustang Sally, I've heard it 17,000 times, but the day I got to see Crisscross
Yep.
and the Fugees, I got to see Tina Turner.
Oh wow.
I think I was in seventh grade,
Yeah.
maybe, Snoop Dogg, I was way too young for that. But, just being able to see those kind of concerts and see like or feel the room just reverberate. It was just like this calming effect, and everything just kind of goes into sequence, especially when you're in like the outside
Mhm.
amphitheaters, the crickets start chirping
Yeah.
on beat and everything. Like it's absolutely amazing, but hands down, I still don't care what anyone says. Missy Elliott was the best. Go ahead.
But I love how you edited that to feel
Hmm.
because that's the thing for me with live music. So everyone, like my dad, for instance, he could give a shit's less about a concert.
Hmm.
Like I think he's only gone to one music concert in his life, and it was Toby Keith, and it's because I took him. So like my dad is like
I
not
like
the
it.
vibe. Okay, he doesn't want to do the concert thing. He just doesn't really do crowds either. So it makes sense. But um, it's just you feel
Hmm.
like there is something to me when I am at, and I don't even have to necessarily know the person playing. I can even be like just anywhere. If there's live music, it's just like my body immediately like reacts to it. You just get all these feelings, and it gives you just a different level of like fulfillment and satisfaction that
It's
I
a
just
high.
like.
That's the
Oh,
thing people
I
don't,
love
it's
it.
a high. I've been backstage enough to know like
Hmm.
once the band starts playing, there's these endorphins that happen in your like your whole body is high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's balls to the wall at that
Yeah,
point.
it
Yeah.
is. It
It's
is.
like,
It
what's going
is.
to happen?
It
It's going to
It's
really
happen.
just like,
is. Yeah.
oh, this is what's going on right now.
Yeah.
This is what's going on
Well,
right
you're
now.
feeding
Like,
off
where's our
of,
bases? I don't know,
Yeah.
but we're going to have to make it work.
Yeah,
you're like, they're surrounded by people who you have this in common at the least.
yeah,
Like, in the least, you have what is happening right
Good
now
way
in
of saying it.
common. And so you are all there together, and you just kind of start like feeding off of everybody's energy too. It's like you can't be in a room somewhere, and I feel this way when I was not an EDM person, okay? I was a medical person. I was not super EDM-y. My husband is, so I started listening to it, actually really enjoy it. You can't go to a show and see everybody else dancing and just be... You feel it. You start feeding off of it.
yeah.
It's like...
I've seen people that do that,
going.
and I'm just like, you need to be medicated. Why are you here?
Like, how do you not feel the energy and just like your body just like take over and just...
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes I think that, particularly when we start talking about different genres of music, it's I like everything,
Yeah, me too.
but I do have my limits on how much of that other thing I can take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like EDM, you catch me
Yeah.
at the right time. Oh, give me some glow sticks. You know, I'm
Mhm.
gonna go for it. But after about 15 minutes, you know, when I start hearing, because then the musician in me takes over,
Uh-huh.
and I
And you
start
just start hearing
recognizing,
the...
I'm like, okay,
So I think
That's
that
somebody else's
too,
song.
and you're like,
I think part of that is there are certain artists that just stay in one lane so much
mhm.
that when they go on stage, you feel like you just listened to 45 minutes of the same song. That's awful. That is not enjoyable. That's boring.
Yeah.
I would also be sitting there. I think it's when you, for me, it's like I can go through maybe a set to maybe 3, as long as it's like the right DJs and it's like people that
Oh, yeah.
are like really getting, it's like different. It's not the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I know some of my family, they go to like EDC and everything. You will never catch
See,
me.
I'm not.
Not a chance. I
I'm-
can't do it that long. That is.
I
nope.
am so much the singer-songwriter person. I don't know if it's like the poet in me or what, but I'm more geared towards the originality of the song than anything.
Mhm.
Because that is what will draw me in. Not so much like the beat or the like. It is, what are you trying to say to me? Because it's so hard to actually like write a song.
Well, it's coming from a writer too, so
That-
you're going
that
to
too.
lean into the
And
writer
that-
more
and
than
I know
anything.
a lot of songwriters too, like big songwriters. So I know that process
Yeah.
is not easy, and so it might be because I am a writer, but I am geared towards more of the, what message are you trying to send
Yeah.
me?
But I think with...
Go ahead.
So sorry. I was going to say with EDM too, I think it gets a bad rep that it never has that. And I will say, like, there is a song I put on the playlist called Favorite Sound by Audion. I love Audion. He is one DJ that I will stand behind 10 toes down. Okay? He's great. The song has so much meaning to it. Mm-hmm. And the lyrics of it are really so good. And it's not just some, like, I think it gets a bad rep in the sense of, oh, you go up there, you push buttons, you make beats. I think, too, it is hard to transition and make good-sounding beats all the time.
It's very hard. Yeah.
It's a lot harder than I think people realize, but I do understand it's hard as hell to write songs, too. I think for me, I do truly depend on my inner feeling when I'm hearing the song.
Yeah.
There are some songs that I'm going to listen to for the beat because those songs hype me up, they pep me up, they like just make my body want to dance and do and whatever. And then I'm going to have my songs that I'm going to listen to that are songs that I'm going to think the lyrics are clever, or I'm going to think that the lyrics are super meaningful, or, you know, there's going to be there's both sides. Like, I want to try to appreciate the hard work and effort that goes on all ends of it, and just also make the call out, EDM their poor rap because
Well, I
they do have
mean,
some good stuff in
the
there.
thing that a lot of people miss is that DJs within their own right are also composing, particularly when they are creating remixes. It's not just something that you get up there and you press a couple of buttons, but like you said, to mesh the beats, to understand that you're having to sync the time,
And when it's
to
done
work that
bad, you can
playlist.
tell.
And
You got to
I'm
work
not
that
shorting
playlist.
them. It's just
Oh no, I wasn't saying you were.
as somebody who has someone who plays an instrument, and like I've watched like that whole process come into play, and he's done it for other musicians and other bands. That is not easy.
No.
And that's okay. So that's where we would differ
Yeah.
because James Brown, he had some guys on stage with him one time, and the guys were classically trained, and he wanted them to play. There was something written, and the chords just clashed, and they were like, "Mr. Brown, this doesn't make sense." And he said, "Well, go ahead and play it. Play what's written." And the guys played it, and he said, "Now it may not make sense, but is it funky?"
Yeah, does
And-
it feel good? Does it sound
Yeah,
good?
and that's
seen-
all
yeah.
he's ever worried about. So, like with me, if you told me to write a song about the microphone, I might sit here stuck for for a few minutes, like, huh. But if I'm songwriting and you just kind of give me carte blanche to just write whatever it is I feel, and the instrumentation and all of that, I can compose all of that. It doesn't take me or the people that I've associated with a long time to come up with
That's
that
where
part.
engineers come in and play.
No. I'm not talking about putting it
Yeah.
together. Now that's a whole nother
Yeah.
beast. Like that sucks. I don't like that
Yeah,
part.
see,
I don't
look, I
like
know
that
way
part.
too much about the music industry.
That I don't like that part.
But, with that being said, I think all music has a place in our
Absolutely.
society. All rhythms, all beats, all tones, all different dialects.
Yep.
It all has a place. And it is up to us to open up our hearts and our minds to kind of venture out and listen to
And
it.
explore it.
And explore it enough
Give it a
to where we
chance.
understand what the message is that the musician is trying to share with us.
Yeah.
So before we finally wrap up, I do want to ask, what is a song, just one, that helps rebuild your confidence? Because as women, we, a lot of times our confidence is kind of derailed and minimized. So what will rebuild your confidence? What song?
Imagine Dragons. Song is called Yesterday. And they say, here's to my future, here's to my yesterday. And basically they're saying that they wouldn't be who they are now if it had not been for the mess ups of the past. Saying I'm flawed, but without going on that bumpy road, I would not be
Who you are.
who.
Yeah.
So that song would be it for me.
You go next.
Mine is actually a Mary J. Blige song.
Which one?
It's Good Morning Gorgeous. Because she says, when I wake up every morning, I stand in the mirror and I say, good morning, gorgeous. Because positive affirmation is one of the, Leo, is one of the things that I have to use to like go throughout the day. So it's always funny when people are like, oh, you're so personable. Oh, you're so nice. Oh, you're so good with dealing with people. No, I'm not. I am absolutely not. That is what my day job is. And I'm also a public figure. So when I go home, like all of that crap that I've had to carry around throughout the day, I have to remind myself, hey, you're worthy. Hey, you're gorgeous. Like all of this is what shines through. And so I have to pour back into myself. And that's what the song is talking about. I have to wake up and say, good morning, gorgeous, because who else is going to do it for you? Yourself.
Yep. I'm gonna go with favorite sound by Audion. And the reason I'm going to is because I think that the entire message of the song is just about coming into yourself and realizing that you are your favorite sound. Like, I am the best. I am someone that I should love and appreciate. And coming through the journey that I have of feeling like I had that ripped from me, I lost that, I had to rediscover all of that. I just think that the message of the song of just, you know, yeah, I had all that shit, but like, look at me, like, I'm this and that's my favorite. So like, that's great. I think when I'm needing that like reassurance of just like, yeah, you're good. That's the song I would probably go to.
Okay. Well, I think that is our episode for this week. I wanted to let everybody know that we have created a Spotify list, so you're able to check it out on our website. I will also post it on our YouTube channel if you want to listen to some of the songs that kind of help us through. And if you have a suggestion of what you would like to add to the playlist, let me know and I will add it, and it will be our Hella Friends Volume 1 healing playlist.
Nice.
I'm sorry for my sad vibes on it, but that's my vibe. And just, Chris, I really didn't realize you were a musician. I knew that you had, you were an artist within, your own right with your photography and all the things that I have seen through the time I've known you. So it was cool to get to have that kind of conversation with you. I played saxophone myself, so
nice.
It just, alto, tenor, and bari. Well, I got to dabble with the bari. I didn't get to play it very often.
Too much
but
hair.
No, I'd be loving it. But it was nice to get to have that conversation with you, and just, if y'all want to see more of her, y'all go find her, check her out. She definitely takes amazing photos, so embrace that.
Her website will be posted on our webpage as well as our YouTube page channel, and I'll post some stuff on TikTok, so if you would try to find Chris, you can find her.
I appreciate it.
And y'all
Thanks,
can giggle
guys.
at her little TikToks like I do.
That is our episode, and
Oh, go ahead, Boo, do your thing.
and remember,
Life be lifin' sometimes.
Yeah.